Hey folks, welcome back to Car Show and Tell. I'm Tim Toolman. Right now, we're in the basement of the no-kill car shelter. So, try not to mind the mess. Today, we are going to be painting wheels. Got the Kia, or Freya, I had to say it. And the wheels were looking a little, poor. Let's see. They were filthy, they were dirty. I don't think the thing had ever been washed when the previous owner had it. And they certainly weren't washed during the 10 years it sat outside. So they were in pretty bad shape. Originally, they were aluminum wheels, originally clear coated with machine finish. The clear coat had long since given way underneath of brake dust and road salt and associated other forms of corrosion. So I wanted to make them look nice. I wanted to make them look, well, maybe not nice, but at least better. When I was a kid, my grandmother told me something. She said, it doesn't matter how poor you are, you can always be clean. I'm not saying that I'm poor, but I still like to be clean, you know? So anyway, here's where we're starting from. Let me get you turned around here. All right, this is, well, it's not necessarily our starting point. This is one of the wheels. This was actually the spare that came off the vehicle. And it was the cleanest of the four wheels, having been, a spare. That being said, it still got the same treatment as the other four road wheels. So we're going to go from, today, we're going to go from this to something along the lines of these, if I can get some decent light here. These are the four road wheels, or the four wheels that previously were the rolling wheels. And wanted to put a nice, clean, uniform finish on them. And I wanted to do it as cheaply as I possibly could, because this is just a spare car. It's something that I'm going to be using in the wintertime to beat around in. And I don't want to spend a whole ton of money on it. So, having access to a media blasting cabinet, I did the only logical thing. I took the tires off, and I took all of the wheels to the media blasting cabinet, and they all took a spin. Okay? And if you ever get the chance to media blast anything, if you have the capability, do it. It seems to be the best way to truly clean up any kind of aluminum, steel, cast iron. Takes everything off. Leaves a nice matte finish when you're done, with a lot of mechanical tooth for a new coating to adhere to. So these came out pretty clean after the media blasting. You can see some areas where there's still a little bit of discoloration from corrosion and whatnot, but the surface is smooth, ready for a new coating. That being said, when they come out of the media blasting cabinet, they're going to be dusty, they're going to be dirty. So the first thing we did was took some mineral spirits in a lint-free cloth, and we wiped all of these down with that mineral spirits in a lint-free cloth, so we didn't leave anything behind. We wanted to take all that dust, all that dirt, any leftover greases, oils, fingerprints, things of that nature. We're going to take all that, as much of that as we can, out of the aluminum before we apply our coat. That being said, we did got into all the little nooks and crannies around here. Try to get everything wiped out and get it as clean as possible. In here where the valve stem goes, scrubbed out in there really well. Wipe down everything. Wipe down the face, wipe down the outside of the barrel. We wipe down the inside of the barrel. We wipe down the back side of the hub and the spokes. we want to make sure there is nothing on this wheel that we want in our new paint. So that's as clean as we're going to get it. Like I said, wanted to do this as cheaply as possible, and I've had pretty decent results with this stuff in the past. If you just want a cheap wheel coating, Duplicolor wheel coating. It says high performance. It's probably about as high performance as you're going to get out of a rattle can. That being said, these aren't going to be, you know, solvent proof or acidic wheel cleaner proof or anything like that. It's not going to hold up bad, but it's not going to be, you know, impervious to any kind of chemical or solvent based cleaners. So you're gonna have to keep them clean, keep the brake dust scrubbed off of them. Okay, I could clear coat these for a little bit more protection. I'm not going to, because like I said, it's a cheap car and I just want to do this quick, easy, dirty, get it out of here. All right, don't exactly like hanging out in my basement painting wheels. So I picked up 3 cans of this stuff, and so far I've gotten 4 wheels done with 2 and maybe a quarter can. So I got some left in this can. I'm going to see if it's enough to get this last wheel finished up. Okay, so follow along. We'll get this last one done, and you know, maybe learn a trick or two. We'll see. All right, guys, let's get started. Get you put down here. I might be picking you up so you can see some of the other steps of this along the way. Get my ill-fitting rubber glove on here because I don't like looking like the Tin Man from Wizard of Oz when I want it to be done. And I gotta make sure my paint's thoroughly mixed. Like, this is heavy on the what do you want to call it, maybe metallic additions to the paint. So I want to make sure all that stuff is nicely suspended before we start spraying. Okay? And I'm going to begin with the back side of the wheel and finish up with the face. So I got my trusty bucket here to set it on top of. Let's see what you see. Close this up. Get the handle down. There we go. Make sure my paint's nicely mixed. The first place we're going to start is with our lip here. Going to catch the inside of that. We're going to get down to our wheel. And we're going to get our hub here. Okay? Or maybe the opposite. Maybe I'll start with the hub and work my way out. I don't remember how I did it on the first 4. I'll just grab the can and start painting. Let me work my way from the inside out. Let's try that. I'm going to start off just with a light coat. Work my way around the hub. I'm going to catch all of the spokes next. Get a light coat, something that's going to put some color on it and then flash off pretty quickly, because I really don't feel like waiting around too long to put another coat on. Okay. Start in at the barrel here, back and forth, keeping my can moving, making sure I let go of the trigger or the button or the nozzle or whatever you want to call it before my hand is finished moving. I don't want to stop in the same spot while I keep applying paint. That's how you get runs and stuff. And that looks nasty. What a nice even finish. Okay. Start working around the lip here. Get some paint on that. After I've made my way the whole way around, next I want to do is actually move down and get this inside lip. It's on the front side of the wheel. Okay, so we can see I got our first coat done inside of here, and we can still see through that finish, we can still see a little bit of the discoloration that existed. It's kind of ingrained in the aluminum. Okay, we can still see some of that discoloration. It was just a light coat, just to get a coat on, quick and easy. We're going to take care of that with the second coat. After our second coat's applied, we won't be able to see any of that discoloration in the finish anymore. Okay, we'll have kind of covered that up and hidden it. So let's get up and start working our way around this lip. Don't have the very best light down here in the basement, but we're gonna make do with what we got to work with. Okay, we made a trip around that sun, so turn around here, camera, turn around. Okay, so we got one coat in the inside, one coat in the bottom lip. So what we're going to do then, we're going to wait for that to flash off and set up. Okay, then we can come back around, we can put a second coat on, wait for that coat to flash off and set up, then we'll be able to turn the wheel around, do the front side and the, I will say, inside of the barrel on the back side lip of the wheel, if that makes any sense. We're going to paint everything eventually. Just bear with me. Okay? We'll wait for that to flash off, and I'll see you in a few minutes.